What up, guys? Level 5 coming in high. And Mr. Johnson here with another exciting and wonderful day. Agriculture mechanics and maintenance here at CHS. Who you rooting for? Today, we're going to introduce something that's a little more challenging for the young folks. We recently completed our birdhouse project, and we're, we're still going to have to build a few more. We are a little further behind on the woodworking than I was prior knowledge. And so, with that being said, we're going to continue on birdhouses this week, but we're also going to learn how to lay out a rafter. The next couple weeks, this week and the week after Thanksgiving, we're going to have laying out a rafter. We're going to actually cut a rafter and put together one this week. And then the following week, when we get back from Thanksgiving, we're going to have truss construction. 2 weeks, followed by introduction to wiring. Then we're going to go move into our deer stands. The guy actually doesn't want them until March or April. Kind of push that back a little bit, so that gives me more time to teach and educate. Now, to lay out this rafter, y'all, I'm going to get my screen where we're. Oh, yeah, something like that. All right. Professional photographer JJ here. You're going to need a framing square, okay? You're going to need a pencil. You're going to need a spring joint ruler. And you're also going to need a 2x4, okay? Now in the class, we're going to lay out 2 or 3 of these and cut them and put them together. But the hardest part about this is what you see right now, is laying it out. Now, if you don't hear anything else in this video, I want you to see this framing square, all right? It's cool. It's awesome. You can do a lot of powerful things with it if you like. But my right hand's got skinny on it. My left hand has a bigger side, or what I like to call fat. And see this angle right here is pointed at my belly. So watch it. Watch it close. This is how you use your framing square. You ready? Skinny. Fat. Get in my belly. Let's try it one more time for all the folks in the back. Skinny. Fat. Get in my belly. If you can remember this, you'll be successful in your framing square. All right? I have a lot of students who do this or this or this. And it's like, ah! Okay? Skinny, fat, get in my belly. All right? The first step in laying out a rafter, y'all, is you got to draw a work line. We're going to use the fat side, which is a true 2 inches, y'all. Okay? Grab my little sharp knife. All right? All I'm going to do is go across the board. These 2x4s are 8 foot, what we're using in class. Most construction sites do not use 2x4s. They actually use 2x6s. A lot of your houses are built out of, other commercial buildings, things of that nature. OJJ, we can't afford that kind of business, so we use these 2x4s. Okay. Same principles, same technique, etc., etc. Drawing the work line is probably the easiest of the 6 steps. All right. But you got to remember, you got to be consistent all the way down. You didn't see Mr. Johnson in a big hurry and not struggling. I'm not Ricky Bobby. I don't want to go fast. Okay. I'm going to take my time. All right. Then I like to do it like this, just to make sure that the actual 2x4, the 2x4 is not actually a 2x4. It's a 1.5 by 3 1/4 or 3 1/2. So I don't go around the job site and go, hey guys, can you pass me the 1.5 by 3 1/4, please, good sir? Everybody says 2x4, 2x6, or 2x8, or whatever's working on that time. Okay, but since it's not a true 4 inches, you're going to have one side of your boards, the other side, or bigger than the other. I want to keep the smaller part of my line, of my work line, closest to me. Then I remember skinny fat, get my belly. Now, every time you lay one out, Mr. J is going to give you 3 things. I'm going to give you a pitch, okay? That tells us the rise over the run, or how steep the actual roof is. For today, I'm going to give you a 6/12 pitch, all right? The span, okay? The span is how wide the actual building is, okay? Or the roof, or whatever it is we're trying to construct. Pitch represents half, span represents whole, okay? For the span here, we're going to go, we'll say 8 foot, okay? And then my overhang, which is what hangs over, like roofing, for example. All right, we got to have overhang. Everything's got to have overhang because the water's got to continue to run at an angle. Think about CHS for a second. in Mr. J's room. What happens after a good rain? Oh no, Mr. Johnson, what happens? That's right. Okay, we have what we call leaks. And the reason why is because the water, even though we got all this cool stuff on top of the roof to help seal it and protect it, the water has nowhere to run. And water, a lot of people don't realize how powerful it is. Okay, and so most buildings today have some type of angle. Okay, so that water can run towards the ground. So that overhang, we'll say 5 inches. All right. I'll give you those 3 things every time you start. And so when you start on those 3 things, if you hadn't got those yet after you draw your work line, you should say, "Hey, Mr. Johnson, I need my pitch, I need my span, I need my overhang." Okay. Now, I messed up just a second ago and I thought about this in my head. Half and half. This is kind of what I'm saying. Under here is the span. Half and half, though, that's actually called the run. Okay. Think about it. Okay. Let's say I'm JJ is getting ready to play LeBron James one-on-one basketball. Okay. My span is here. LeBron's span is like, plus even more. Okay. Half of that's called the run. All right. Not the pitch. Sorry. I apologize for that. So, next thing we're going to do is make our ridge or our top cut. Okay. We're going to make the ridge cut. Skinny, fat, get in my belly. I gave you guys a 6-12 pitch. So I put the skinny 6 on the work line. Then I put the fat 12 on the other work line. I'm going to check it twice. Skinny 6, fat 12. And I'm going to draw once. Okay? Can you see that at home? Ooh, powerful. All right. Now, the next step, step 3, is called measure rafter length. Okay? And so, if I gave you an 8-foot span, I'm going to take half of that, which is the Chris Brown. Let me see if you can run it, which is 4, the number 4, okay? And I'm going to use the back of my frame square. I gave you guys a 6-12 pitch. The first number under that 6 is 13.42. You'll notice Mr. J's got 8, 6, 4, 3, and even 2 circled over here on the framing square. This is to kind of help you out. We've got several of these throughout. You can kind of see it, okay? If you look at the back of the framing square, let me get real close for you. You can see some of those circles. You start looking at those numbers, and it's like most human people. Oh no, there's numbers everywhere. Ah! Don't be afraid. Look under the first one. In this case, with the number 6, 13.42. All right, 13.42 times 8. 53.68. Wow, Mr. Johnson, how did you do that without a calculator? Hard work and determination. That's right, y'all. Now, we get out of spring. Mr. Johnson, 1970s called, they want their tape measure back. And yes, I agree. But if you're doing this by yourself, which you will be, this right here can help you lay out. Now, can anybody point to me where 0.68 is on the tape measure? Now you can't, all right? So we can guesstimate, which is America's favorite thing to do sometimes. 0.68 is in between 0.5 and 0.75. Half represents a half, 3/4 represents, or 0.75 represents 3/4. So between 0.5 and 3/4, we can say 5/8. All right, and you might be a 16th off. All right, or we can do exact, and we'll take 0.68. More math! Ah! That's right. All you Scoobies and ag mechanics, listen up. Mathematics is essential. Essential. Not only in the shop, not only in up here in the academia world, but in all aspects of your life. It is one skill that never goes away. One of the coolest things about my class is that we do a lot of math and you don't even realize it. You're scary, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take that 0.68 and I'm going to multiply it times 16, okay? Why is that? Well, because there's 16 parts in an inch. I come up with 10.88. 10.88 is greater than 10.5. I'm going to round it up 11 sixteenths. So 53 and 11 sixteenths. Now, if I'd have done my guesstimation, which would have been 53 and 5/8, which is on the tape measure, I'd only been a 16th off, okay? So, what I tell the kids, particularly those who are competing in a competition, yes, right, we got an FFA competition in Rafter building, all right? Uh, but I don't know if we'll have that this spring, but I'm really, really hopeful. All right, stay tuned. Hard work and determination coming your way. All right, 11/16. We did a whole lot of work. Let me get that up there. We did a whole lot of work for a little dot, okay? But you got to be right. Now, on a job site, once you get one of these, you develop what's called a pattern, right? You keep trucking from there. All right. Step 4. Hey, we're halfway done. Step 4. In, back, get in my belly. All right. I'm going to put that skinny 6 on the work line, and I'm going to put that fat 12, okay? Fat 12, okay? Skinny 6, fat 12. Put that fat 12 where I mark 53 and 11/16. All right, and I'm going to mark it, okay? That right there is called either the heel or the seat. It's a little early for JJ. I'm going to go seat, all right? And then I'm going to do my favorite step, step 5. It's called mark your heel, or as JJ likes to call it, slide to the left. Slide to the left, okay? We're doing a crisscross, America's favorite wedding song? No, we're going to take our framing square and we're going to slide to the left. I'm going to put that skinny 6 on that 53 and 11/16. I'm going to put that fat 12 on my work line, yank on it, all right? Skinny 6, fat 12, yank on it, all right? What I've made right there, check it out, I made a bird's mouth. Kind of looks like an old cardinal mouth, like that Muzzle Johnson, all right? And that right there what actually lays into our foundation, our stud wall, whatever it is that we're into the time, so we can actually cut up in there. And so the last thing, step 6, I know this video is getting long, all right? Skinny, fat, get in my belly. This step is called reverse, reverse. Reverse, reverse. I love that song, don't you? Casper, part 27, available, Walmart DVD. All right, reverse, reverse. And what we're actually doing here is doing the overhang. And so I gave you guys at the beginning a 5-inch overhang. I'm going to take the skinny 5. I'm going to make sure it's parallel with my bird mouth. I'm going to take it and we'll draw a line right there. Skinny, fat, in my belly. The last thing I want to do when I do is I take 2 marks. This is going to be fun on my thing right here. All right, let's see if I can hold this and cut that. That right there, that means cut, okay? That right there where my bird's mouth is, there you go, that's a little better. That means cut. We'll come down here. I think I already did it for you. That means cut too, okay? Now, that little X, that means don't cut, okay? So pretty simple introduction, laying out a rafter. For any questions, you can follow me on Twitter at JJFFA. Email me, jjohnson1 at Tipton County, Tipton-County.com. Woo! We'll see you when we see you at level 5.